you can run for office and have an OnlyFans page.
Okay, so here's the article. I'm just going to read bits and pieces, okay? Here we go. On April 14th, congressional candidate Alexandra Hunt became an OnlyFans creator. Hunt's decision to join OnlyFans is the latest move made by candidates attempting to score a viral moment online, counting on such moments to raise funds and hopefully drive voters to the polls on Election Day. Hunt, 29, is hoping to unseat Pennsylvania Rep. Dwight Evans, a Democrat and longtime politician in Congress since 2016 and in state politics since the 80s. I get attacked day in and day out, and I think I've grown a little bit numb to it, Hunt told Insider. But I really don't like to see other people attacked, especially other sex workers, because I know how hard it is for them.
We're on our 6th year of OnlyFans existing, but this is our 3rd year of its popularity, okay, because it really took off in 2020. All right, so here we are, year 3. Now, how long do you think this will continue? Do you think this will continue all the way to 2026 when the site has reached its 10th year of existence? Do you think it'll get to year 10? Do you think it will get to a point where there's an acceptance of OnlyFans all across the board? It's interesting to think about because look at the impact that this site has had, especially on women's lives, especially on the ideas of sex. But I think about the safety of sex in terms of being able to delve into that, safely, a safe way to do it, as opposed to the usual way, person to person experiences and that sort of thing. Because sex is not going to go away, folks. So for those of you that have your views on OnlyFans, it's not going to go away. Now, of course, the article mentions that, she doesn't do anything raunchy or anything like that. Okay, you can check out the article. I'll put the article in the description box. But we know what the reputation of the site is. You've heard. If you haven't heard, you've been under a rock up to this point. Because like I said, this is the 3rd year of its popularity. Okay, even though it's been around since 2016. But sex is not going away. What will become of this site? They already got a new CEO this year. And when you get a new CEO, that new CEO wants to put their stamp on the site. Could OnlyFans turn into Netflix? Because Netflix has been suffering recently. Could OnlyFans kind of supplant Netflix? Would that be possible? In this age of streaming services and so many different options. What is it? What do you think? It's interesting to think about, the evolution of this thing. By 2026, where will this site be in terms of impact? And you think of the conversation of sex. There's an intelligent way to dive into that subject. There's a way to do it that's not raunch. There's a way to do it that doesn't involve kink, even though most people think that. Their mind automatically goes there. Raunch, kink, BDSM, it automatically goes there. And that's because of how they've been taught. That's because of where you've got your information. The storage of sex has given you ideas of BDSM, raunch, kink. BDSM, raunch, kink. BDSM, raunch, kink. There's absolutely nothing beautiful. Now, some of you have this other perception of it that's beautiful and sort of, that sort of thing. But usually that's not as high, or at least not today anyway. But when has it ever been? Like all across the board. I'm not talking about little sprinkles here and there. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but that doesn't disprove the rule, But the ideas of sex and how to engage it and how to express it and how to talk about it and how to show it, how to interact, and all of those things are in question, aren't they? Especially now, because the social climate has been dismantled pretty much to the point to where people have questions in their mind, even within a consensual situation. Onlyfans and politics. Hey, I mean, I'll just put it to you like this, man. When Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California, that's when I realized that politics is really just a game play anyway. That's really what it is. I started to sort of take my hand out of politics when that took place. I'm not saying whether he did a good job or a bad job. That I'm not giving an opinion on that. What I'm saying is that's when I realized, okay, I really don't need to invest all that much into this thing called politics. It's nice to be aware of it though, because if you're aware of it, then you understand what the game is and how it's being played. I think it's more about that than anything else. How the game is being played and who are the players. That's what it is for me. So I don't really put any emotional investment into politics at all. I don't. I stopped doing that a long time ago. Like I said, the governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Arnold, shout out to you, Arnold. That was that. And then after 2008, I was like, okay, yeah, I don't need to invest emotionally into this anymore. I don't. So by the time 2016 came along, most of you had an emotional reaction to Mr. Trump. I didn't, because I was already checked out. I was already checked out. And I remember all the marches that took place on Hollywood Boulevard and them bashing his star on the Walk of Fame and just all of this stuff. And I'm like, wow, these people are really having an emotional investment into this. I say, you know what? Politics is really all a gameplay when you really think about it. When you think about it, for all of my life, what is that, 7 or 8 presidents up to this point? You know, it's really about us, actually. It's more about us than the people in office. People in office is a very small group, real small, okay? The real power is we, the people. I know that's cliche, but that's really what it is. Sure, you can have these faces, that are going to do what they're going to do. The faces of the 1960s are different from the faces today, you know? But it's a small group at the end of the day. It's a small group. So whether you agree with what this woman is doing or not, it's just a small group of people, and they're a part of the game of chess. Small group, a part of the game of chess. That's it. So why even invest emotionally? Now, sure, you have your state, people in office, politics in your state is important because certain policies are passed and that sort of thing. But even with those policies being passed, you still have to navigate a certain way because it's not going to necessarily fix all of the issues. It never is. Even with the people that support something that you believe in, it's not going to solve the root of the issues. You know what's going to solve the root of the issues? Your home. Everything starts there. Starts with you. You recognizing your gift, your birthright, and what you do within the home. That's where it starts. The teachers, the professors, the politicians have very little to do with it. Very little. It's you. It's you, man. How you build your household. Now, I know there's certain things that are put in place to sort of counter what you're doing, but you can still navigate that because it's the game of chess and you have to understand that. And when you tap into what your real power is, there's nothing that can deny you. That's the beauty of it. Strength Within series. Check it out. But I just wanted to give my thoughts, even though I didn't really stay on the topic. But let the politicians do what the politicians are going to do. Sure, you can vote them in, vote them out, do what you're going to do. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out a way to navigate. That just comes with the territory of living in the United States, or what people are now starting to say, the divided states of America.